Barbara!
Hello. My name is Barbara Piper, and I want to welcome you to episode 5 of Noah Wang's Master Mentors, Mentor Masters.
And there's this saying, it goes, with great power comes great responsibility. Well, I would actually turn that around and say, with great responsibility comes great power. So this show has two names, Master Mentor and Mentor Master. Which one would you like to be?
That's a difficult question, Noah. I think I would like to be a Master Mentor.
A Master Mentor?
Yes, because it's been something I've been doing for so long. It would be really nice to give it that title.
So we're just sitting in front of the Buddha and there's a bunch of people just around us, but it's cool. So, you think I should read it on camera?
Sure, if you want to. We're talking about letting go of old pain and how you can do that. Is that correct?
Yeah. And then after we're going to talk about how can you ask for help. Well, what do you think a Master Mentor is? Like, what are the attributes?
The Master Mentor is someone who's able to create a safe space.
Yeah.
Someone who's capable of listening deeply to someone else.
Yeah.
And as you listen deeply and create space for someone else, that you're able to share your knowledge and experience and help them further through the questions that you ask.
All right, so this is what I said to Aura. It was really hard. I said, "I'm sorry, Aura, for not being a good brother." Hi guys.
So you were saying that in the moment you can presence yourself and feel completely calm and focused like you do with jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
But then the moment you get up from your meditation,
it goes away.
It goes away.
It flies away like a butterfly, and I can't catch it because I have no net.
What I've learned is that practice makes perfect, and it's all about progress instead, versus perfection.
I haven't had the empathy I should have. I ask that you forgive me so I can forgive myself. I will try to be a better sibling to you.
So if you meditate once so many days or once a week or once a month, then that doesn't equal a practice, and then a practice can't become a habit, and a habit can't change your life. Because the magic happens in the habits. If you do something continuously and consistently every day of every week, of every month, of every year, then you'll start noticing that you can do it in every moment. So, I could be in a tram and feel what you were just describing, that you're rushed or the words are coming out wrong or you're not feeling focused. And I'll just close my eyes or look down for 2 minutes and center myself into, I call it my nothing.
It will take some time, but I think we can learn to get along. I know that there is an age gap between us, so it will be hard.
If I would share everything I know about meditation, meditation really brings me to a place where there are no words, where yes, I'm having the thoughts, but I'm letting them go by. And I'm staying in that space of, yes, I can see my geometry thoughts, but I'm letting them pass. And yes, I can feel the tingling of my feet, but I'm letting it pass. And just to calm everything down and get my heart beat coherent and come into some form of stillness. So there's no right or wrong really in meditation. It's just being with what's going on. Meditation's all about non-judgmental stillness, being with what is at this moment.
Anyways, I'm tired of having to avoid you and have come to the conclusion that this is the right thing to do. If there's anything you'd like to tell me, I'm here and ready to listen. And
so our mind's always busy with the future, it's always busy with the past, it's always busy with one of the two, whereas your body is always here. And so your body is always in the present moment. So that's why I find it helpful to focus on my body, to get into that place of stillness. What are the sensations in my fingers? How are my feet doing? Do I feel an ache or a pain? Do I want to move and shift my posture? Am I slouched or am I straight up? I'll use my body as an entry point to come into stillness. But it takes years of practice. I've been doing this since 2007.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like almost my whole life.
Yes. Oh, thank you. That makes me feel really young.
I'm sorry.
No. Yeah, so Yeah, so it takes practice, and I think that's what I was trying to say. If you really want to come to that place of thriving and feeling balanced and coherent in what's coming out and how you're feeling, it takes daily practice. It's better to do 5 minutes of meditation a day, have 5 minutes of friendly attention to yourself, than doing it once a week. And then once you get the routine going, the routine can build into habits, and the habits can build into thriving.
I 100% agree with that.
Or you could study what I studied at Stanford and go do the compassion training. You could go for 8 weeks with Robert Cusick, my teacher. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow, you did it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, you learn that in elementary.
And what helped you finally do it and have the willpower to just say, can you please listen to me? I want to tell you something. What was it that pushed you to do it? So Robert, my lecturer, the teacher, he asked me after the second time I did it, he said, what did it change for you to do this for 16 weeks? And I said, it's changed the way I hold myself, it's changed the way I hold my conversations, it's really centered me in such a way I would have never expected. Because I thought, Stanford, I'm going to learn academics, rigorous academics, which I did, but they combine it in this training, or Robert did, with true daily wonderful meditations and the experience. And I think what we see today is what you were referring to earlier. Everything is available. All this information, you're the generation, you grew up with internet and information, and you can look up anything. You know, I had to go to a library if I wanted to know something.
Yeah.
So you have all this information at your fingertips. So as a coach or as a mentor, if I want to teach you something, it's going to be in the experience.
Yeah.
It's not going to be in the knowledge. It's going to be in the experience, where I can help you get to that place of stillness, to the direct experience of what meditation is, versus the whole academic framework of it. Because you can learn and you can understand with your mind, but to truly experience something that's so, before any words are given to it, the direct experience.
That's wisdom.
That's where you access your wisdom.
Yeah.
And that's what my work is about, that you can access your own wisdom. I don't know what's best for you. You do.
My dad calls it wisdom training.
Wisdom training.
Yeah.
Meditation.
Just what you're talking about.
Oh, yes.
And that's what I need, because I feel like in my life I get so much advice from so many sources, so many people, so many videos, so many books. And it's at a certain point, all that advice just becomes nothing again. Like, it doesn't help me.
That's so beautifully put.
I don't know what to listen to and what to ignore.
It's an information overload. It's an overwhelm.
Yes.
Yeah. And the go-to place is here.
Yes.
It's come back to yourself. Come back. Drop into your heart.
Yeah.
Because you know.
My data sponges are saturated.
What was it that pushed you to do it?
The realization that everything is my fault. Not in a bad way, or in like a blamatory way, but like everything is my choice, pretty much. And I can choose how I want any reality to be.
That's beautifully said. Wow. So in essence, it's about, I will take responsibility from my side of the story.
Yes.
I'm not taking responsibility for everything or for your side of it.
Yes.
I'll take responsibility from my side of it.
You can clearly see that younger people are on their phones more and on the internet more. So we're like, there's less human connection and less like real life experience.
Yeah.
So maybe what younger people need is just to be with people more.
Connected in community.
It's tough.
I think that is absolutely true, and it's actually what's happening.
Yeah.
You can see it here, at least here in San Francisco. I can see, and I see it in Holland as well. I'm going back to Holland. I've been talking to a lot more people in Holland now, and what I'm seeing is that especially young people are connecting in community.
Yeah.
And that if one person comes up with a really good idea, the first thing they do is throw it out there. Because I think before, many years ago, before we had internet or before we had the information at your fingertips, it would be, I have a really good idea. I'll brood on it for a year, then I'll come up with a plan, and then I'll bring it out into the world. Whereas now, I've come up with an idea, I can post it online. A lot of people see it instantaneously, and then we can get together and do it. So that's a very different way of manifesting. It's much quicker. Everything's much quicker.
The internet speeded it all up.
Yeah, it's the same. Someone was telling me she wrote a book. I think she's written her third now.
Yeah.
And she said, the sell-by date for a book is 3 years now. So
Yeah.
you've written a book, it becomes popular, people pick it up, it's useful. But within 3 years, new information has come to light, and your book is
It's out
no
of the picture.
longer. Yes, it's no longer relevant.
Yeah.
So that's how quick it's going.
And there's a saying, it goes, with great power comes great responsibility. Well, I would actually turn that around and say, with great responsibility comes great power.
Yeah.
Because that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. Well, I'm so glad you did that. Aura must have been so happy.
Oh yeah, she was very happy.
What was her first response?
She said, I agree with every word, and then she gave me a hug.
How did that feel?
Very good. Because we hadn't hugged each other in like a few years.
Oh, I have a question for you.
Okay.
In your lifetime, what is the number one most meaningful investment you've made? I think you're gonna say people.
Yeah, it's people. Yeah, I invest in people, but everything I've learned and everything my whole education has gone to investing in people.
Yeah.
And that goes from my family, to my children, to my coachees, to my mentorees. Yeah, everyone I come into contact with.
That's what everyone has said so far.
Really?
Yeah. Everyone
Really?
answers people. They want to invest in people.
Yeah.
So that's already taught me a nugget of wisdom. It's like, I need to invest in people. My next question is,
Yes.
In the last 5 years, what have you gotten better at saying no to and ignoring?
That's a really good question. I've gotten better at saying no to dilly-dallying around. So people saying, oh, let's go for coffee or let's do a chit-chat.
Yeah.
I found it very easy to say no to that.
Yeah. You didn't say no to me.
No, of course not. And what's it like now?
Now it's very awkward.
Oh,
Yeah.
now or now with Aura?
Now with Or, it's pretty awkward.
Still.
Because like, we just kind of made a huge leap. And there was no like gradualness into it. I just said, okay, screw this, I'm gonna say sorry. So yeah, now
And now-
it's just really weird. But
Okay.
it's getting better. It's like, I feel a whole backpack has been taken off of me. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a release and a relief. You've taken responsibility, you've taken step one, but now there's still some work to be done.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So you've gotten better at saying no to people wasting your time. So like, you're valuing your time at a much higher metric now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I'm
That's really
choosing
good.
very, I'm focused in my choices, yes.
My coach said saying no to shit.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said just saying no to shit.
Yes.
I'm like, I feel
That's
it.
almost the same, right? Well, it's
Yeah.
not. I mean, people are never. It's just, I feel like I've come here to do something,
Yeah.
and I'm investing all this time and effort into creating something that makes sense to other people, to help other people live a more compassionate life so they can de-stressify and become calm and live a true and real life, and not a bullshit life that revolves around
Exactly.
just money making and things and conditions.
That's exactly how I feel. Precisely how I feel. Like, a lot of weight has been taken off of my shoulders. And just like this tightness in my chest got a little released. I still have tightness in my chest sometimes, so that just means that there's something else that I need to release, right? And that'll come in time, whenever it does. But I'm taking it the natural way. Like, I'm not gonna rely on drugs or anything to
Open that up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just gonna let it do its thing. I think if I had a career, it'd be like this, just talking with you or talking with anyone about these type of subjects.
So that
That's
comes
great.
really close to wanting to film the documentary.
2 hours from here.
Yes.
And do you have an interest in the images or more interest in hearing and taking in the knowledge that the people that you're interviewing.
Way more interested in the story than what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could even connect with some other people in a team effort where someone else might be really interested in what it looks like and the imagery.
In the future, if I could have a choreographer, that'd be amazing. That'd be really cool.
So there's a question out there. If you're a choreographer and you'd like to work with Noah,
Yeah.
anything else you want to ask?
And if you want to edit all my videos for free without any pay, that'd be awesome.
That would be amazing.
There's a lot of people out there who are just the gears and oil of society, and they don't really have a real purpose. Like the person who's working at flipping burgers or something, they don't feel like they have a real purpose.
Yes and no. I mean, you can be completely on purpose while flipping burgers.
How?
Your purpose in life may be around raising solid, emotionally stable kids and have nothing to do with your work, and your work's just a means to an end.
Oh, I see.
And flipping burgers might be your choice.
You see how I looked at that? Like my glasses, my perspective, I just saw someone flipping burgers, and like I just put label on that, but you saw the other perspective.
Labeling people is really, it can be harmful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should know that because I've been labeled before.
Have you?
Yeah. With ADHD.
Really? They've labeled you with that?
They labeled me in elementary,
Or
really early on.
Ah.
And it just means someone who's like high energy and can't focus. And pretty much that's how I struggle with that a lot still.
But I heard you say that you focus when you do jiu-jitsu and you focus when you do meditation.
Oh my God!
So you can focus.
It isn't true really.
You have high energy, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But it's the label, if that's a good or a bad thing. And it's a non-judgmental, mindful way of looking at it, saying you have high energy, it's not good, it's not bad. What would you say is the one thing that does keep you focused and with willpower?
I mean, I don't want to make it sound too cheesy, but it's when I do something that I love.
Well, that's not cheesy at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the most obvious thing, but that's the thing. It's hard to find something that I love. Wow, your job must be very hard because you have to help people find something so personal. And it's like a puzzle for you, I bet.
It is. That's well said.
Even I can't find it sometimes, so how are you supposed to find it? It's crazy.
The way we try and find it as coaches and mentors is asking powerful questions and not being afraid to ask a question that might bring you off balance. Okay, how are we wrapping it up?
With this final question,
Okay.
how do you ask for help when you feel like you don't even know what to ask for?
How do I ask for help when I feel I don't even know what to ask for?
Yeah.
I meditate.
You meditate?
Yes.
And that's how you find your questions?
Yes, I meditate and become calm and quiet on the inside, and that's how I hear what's next.
Okay. Can I shake your hand?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Barbara.
Thank you. It's been wonderful talking to you. Noah, what's true about you?
One thing that's true about me is I love my family and I want to be creative really badly.
So, Noah, what's true about you?
It's so hard. How come truth is so hard to answer? I am on this planet for a purpose.
So, Noah, what's true about you?
Damn, these questions are really getting me. I am here right now. And I can feel the wind on my body, and I can feel my toes, and I'm alive.
Yay.
I'm alive. That's true.
That's true.